Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to today's morning meditation. Hope you all are having very good Sunday and um, looking forward to the weekend and also the week ahead. Hope everyone has been doing well through the week. If someone could please indicate if they are able to hear well, that would be helpful. So, before we start, just a brief introduction. This is Kanupriya from Peace Village Learning and Retreat Center of the Brahma Kumaris in New York, in America. And I'm looking forward to today's session and sharing this space with you all today. So, thank you for joining in, and today we are going to reflect together on the topic of simplicity in spirituality. With just the word, hearing the word spirituality, many times we think that it is a complicated matter, right? Spirituality somehow, it has come to a state where thinking of spirituality, we feel that it's not probably for common man. It's not easily understood, right? But with Raj Yoga, we are seeing how spirituality can be extremely simple, and simplicity is as if the core of Raj Yoga. And simplicity can be at various levels when we talk about all the aspects that involve spirituality, or at least some of the main aspects that are involved in spirituality. The first one being, if we were to think of four broad areas, the first one being, in most spiritual endeavors, we see that meditation is sort of necessary, or it helps us connect with ourselves, with the divine, and to help understand a lot of things. So, experience also a lot of things. So, meditation is one area, and simplicity in meditation just means that in Raj Yoga we call it easy Raja Yoga, because there is no need to um, go into austerity kind of things, where you are sitting in a particular posture, or you have to be in the forest, or nothing like that. Yeah, no, it is extremely easy. You can choose any sitting comfortable position, not too comfortable so that you don't fall off to sleep, but um, being alert, that is it. The body should be alert, the mind should be alert, so that whatever spiritual elevated thoughts we are creating, we are able to pay attention with full concentration on them. So it is easy Raja Yoga. We are just sitting at our homes and meditating. It is also easy because we are just remembering what is already there, but we have forgotten. So that is this tiny point of light, the soul. So it becomes easy Raj Yoga. So that is the first simplicity in our remembrance or meditation. The second sort of simplicity is the simple lifestyle. We all have heard this phrase, uh, simple living and high thinking. So here again, because it helps to have a simple lifestyle, to eat simple food, to wear simple clothes, where the mind is not too distracted, the mind is not too pulled towards things of the outside, because spirituality is all about going inwards and really recognizing the true self. That is easily possible when there is simplicity in our outer world, not too complicated, simple living, so that the head can be filled with um, thoughts of the elevated spiritual reality. And the third simplicity is simplicity of the heart. So, what does simplicity of the heart mean? Simplicity of the heart just means that we are being honest. So, keeping it very simple, not trying to um, hide things, and with whom are we hiding things, right? We have to really understand in spirituality. It's not that we are hiding things with our seniors, or when we are connecting with the supreme light, then we are hiding things. But really, when we are not being honest, then we are not being honest to ourselves. And who is to lose or who's to benefit from being simple and being honest in the heart? It is we ourselves, right? So being honest, being simple in our hearts is the third kind of simplicity. And the fourth kind of simplicity is simplicity in the intellect, in the mind. So, simplicity of the intellect is probably the most important one, because once we have simplicity of the intellect, then one, two, three, the three simplicities that we spoke about, which is simplicity in our remembrance or meditation. The second simplicity was simplicity in our lifestyle, and the simplicity of the heart. So all these can be easily, possible for us to do when there is simplicity in the intellect. What does simplicity in the intellect mean? Simplicity in the intellect just means that we are being extremely clear, no confusion in the intellect, no confusion results in no doubts, in no complications, right? So if there is no simplicity, that means there is complications in the mind, in the intellect. And that clarity brings about a clear perspective, so that we are able to take good decisions, right decisions in the right direction, which help us choose the right method for remembrance, the right lifestyle, and also to keep our hearts open to honesty, right? So, this clarity, when we talk about the clarity, just to give an example, yeah, uh, when we look at small children, right, it's like a childlike intellect, um, which is free from judgments, which is free from opinions, which is free from fear even, right? So there is a sense of freedom, and they are in a sort of way, they are unconditional in their approach, and that is why small children are able to make new friends with strangers. They are able to try out new things. They are able to ask questions in an uninhibited manner, right? Not thinking what others will think about this or whatever else. So that sort of childlike innocence is there in the simplicity of the intellect, and this can be easily possible when we are um, really connecting to this tiny point of light, the soul. And the more we understand about the soul, then we see how it is so uncomplicated. It is extremely simple, and there are few aspects, central aspects of spirituality, which are extremely simple. And to accurately understand that, we are able to then develop this childlike intellect and really connect with ourselves in that manner, to be loving to ourselves, also to be loving to others. We are able to connect with them in this very simple manner, just seeing them as a soul. And um, it makes all logical sense when we start to see the the whole, our reality, um, not just about ourselves but also about the world that we are interacting with, the world that we are living in. It includes our relationships, the objects we are interacting with, the nature, anything that we are interacting with, right? So the moment we start to develop this simple attitude, which is based on truth, then we are able to have clear understanding and um, really have a clear intellect or a simple intellect where there are no complications and confusions. So let us now experiment with this simplicity of the intellect and how we bring about simplicity in our lives. So, like always, we just take a moment to sit in a comfortable position and choosing an upright position to focus our minds. In front of us, we can choose a fixed point. Just rest your gaze on that fixed point, keeping the back upright, relaxed. And we see, just observe our surroundings. We observe it with the aim to withdraw from the thoughts in our surroundings. Just taking a step to gently withdraw from the thoughts around our surroundings, the thoughts about the day that has just passed, or something that may be lingering in our minds, any tasks. Just withdraw from it very gently and pay full attention to this inner being of light, the true self. The true self who's using this body to experience this point of light, is the experiencer who's sitting behind the eyes, watching through the windows of the eyes, experiencing the world, the physical world through these eyes. The experiencer is using the ears to listen. The experiencer is using the mouth to speak. But these are not the original experiences of the experiencer. The experiencer, the tiny point of light, is aware that he is using the body, the eyes, the ears, the mouth using it for a temporary period of time. This is short lived. The experiences of the senses are short lived. And he comes in a moment, just in a second, using his intellect. He connects to that real world, the world beyond the experience of the physical. That world is subtle and invisible. We as if just zoom out of the whole physical world. We come into the experience of the world of light, the true home of this experiencer, the tiny point of light. And the original experience of this experiencer is that of peace. This world is a world of stillness. Where there are no vibrations of anything except peace. And with this mindset, the mind as if becomes free from all the feelings that are unpleasant and any sorrow and pain that one may be experiencing. The experience of this tiny point of light is very childlike, simple. He sees everyone as point of light. No confusion between the role that each one is playing and the reality. The reality of each one is so beautiful, just an innocent point of light. And then he can play, being playful. He has so many playmates in these tiny points of light. And in this awareness, when he connects with the physical world, all his interactions are so much fun. Simple fun, because he sees everyone as his playmates who are very noble and friendly points of light. Of course, in the physical world, between friends, there may be some pushing and pulling and some teasing, but he knows the truth behind. And the truth is that they all are noble and his friends. They are all people that are there for fun and to play. Just connecting with this simple reality. Not going into the complications of the role that they are playing in this play, but seeing the reality clearly. And we stay with this perspective. We stay with this reality. The simple truth, point of light. For the next 24 hours in each interaction, we see ourselves as this tiny point of light, childlike, innocent, and see everybody else as being a simple point of light. No biases, no opinions, no judgments around that point of light. This is the essence of spirituality, simplicity. So, thank you. And many times, in our spiritual lives and when we are understanding spirituality, we find ourselves going into sort of expansion, which is, we read a lot of things, we listen to a lot of things, but to check for ourselves, if it is creating confusion in our minds, then it is better to stick to just these few central spiritual aspects that are so important in our spiritual endeavors. The more we go into expansion, sometimes we lose the essence, we lose the objective, or we lose the sight of the destination that we all want to be reaching. And that destination, that reality is so simple. So to keep this simplicity in our lives, and we can think of it in the 4 aspects that we spoke about. Of course, there are many more, but to start with simplicity in the intellect, that may be the best place for us to start. So hope you have a very good weekend ahead of whatever is left, and we will meet again very soon. Thank you.